Alright, I'm gonna start the stream. We're sitting at about 173 right now. Man. Oh, man. Looks like the title edited. I will admit I had to spam the button like 20 times to verify it, but hey, you know, we got there. So I'm gonna hit that button a few more times. And, I mean, hell, I'll show you guys. 1 second. If we... Where's my thingamajig to tab out on? If I throw that up, we are at 173 right now. I think we're gonna get... We're at 174. We're gonna get up to 175. I know that. At the very least, but... Yeah, we got NASA in here, Mackenzie, Kiri. Falcon is still AFK because he's a goober. We got Anrop, my buddy 917, which we see in my Zeus ops. A lot of big names, and we're going to see a lot of crazy action. That's for damn sure. But everyone is here to play. This is gonna be exciting, man. I'm loving it. Absolutely gonna love that here. So, let me go ahead and put that away. Now, this is TVD. We are on the map screen now. Currently, we're at 70 to 76. They didn't put any spectator slots for me, so I'm just gonna go with what I got. We're gonna basically be on Op4's team first. I'm going to kill myself, but we're going to basically see their markers push up right here. Operation you can see in the mission command, but it's basically a mission between Russians and Finnish. Finnish are going to be Blue 4. Russians are going to be Op 4. Now, if you want a breakdown of what that mission is, I'm going to read it for the sake of the video that'll come out, but at any time, feel free to run that mission command. Also, if you do the !TBD command and go to Mission 1 and Mission 2 on the tabs on the top right, you'll get a massive breakdown over everything. But let me read out the lore here. So, tension between Russia and Finland have been increasing as of late, mostly due to disagreements over long-disputed territories. As a result, Russia has planned a punitive strike. Should be preemptive, in my opinion, but... Ilbanek's first language is not English, that's okay. That should serve to show the strength against the FOB located not too far from their border. This FOB is defended by a mechanized British contingent. Oh, okay, so it's British. My bad, it's not Finnish, it's British here. I read the lore and thought something else, but you know, NATO. British contingent, thus the political repercussions of such a move seem not to have been taken into account. Nevertheless, the Russian operation is a go, and it will be conducted during the nights with a strong airborne and air group. Objectives here, there are 3 capture zones. There is a bunker, barracks, and garages. If I were to look on the map here, that should be, if I can find it, here we are. So, basically around this airfield, no. Gosh darn it, where are they? I actually have no idea where they are, but we'll find them in the map once we go into sectors here, but we got some of their spawn points marked. Russian stuff is going to be spawning on the southern side. You got VDV on the airfield. What appears to be mechanized on the ground. I'm pretty sure it's these areas here, but I could be wrong. Those could just be set up as base of fires, but we'll see. I see British markings right here. Oh, okay, no, it's right here. FOBT time because they're British. Get it? So these are the 3 areas that they're talking about. Those are the 3 capture zones. Basically, Op4 gets a unit in there. It'll start ticking the zone down until the zone is taken. Zones cannot be retaken. Yada-da. Sorry that took me so long because I saw those highlighted blue areas. It's because I'm used to having a spectator interface from a dedicated spectator slot. This instead is going to be me having to Alt F4 myself in the beginning as, you know, to give myself spectator, so I see all the extra markers that, you know, a faction puts down, and it gets a little bloated on the map, but I'm A-okay. So Blue 4 is going to be spawning up there as the British, Op 4 spawning to the south. But now, let me tab out and go over the assets here. So, Blue 4 has an MQ-9 Reaper drone. I love it. They have 4 Warrior IFVs, 2 Land Rovers, triple R in the form of HX series vehicles, the fuel being a 4x4, the repair being a, the fuel being a 6x6 wheel, the repair being a 4x4, 2 quad bikes, 2 HMG Coyotes, 2 GMG Jackals, an M1230A1 medevac vehicle, which I'm not sure if that is a truck or a car. I'm going to assume that's a truck, and then 2 HX60 4x4 transports. Op4 have 2 Tyrant AR2 Darters, 3 BMD4s, 3 BMP3s, 2 SU-25s. Are you kidding? That's awesome. Triple R in the form of Urals, Gaz transport trucks, and Kamazes as well. So Op4's got air support. Oh, boy. Let me text my fiance 1 second. She's grabbing bagels, but I'm not going to be able to eat them. All right, well, this is going to be interesting. With Op4 having 2 SU-25s, Blue 4 has to have some form of AA defense, in my opinion. Like, there has to be. So I'm going to be scrolling down here. Pilots for Op4 are decided on community. Blue 4 have signalers in their groups, basically, to assist with the warrior deployment. We have a motorized rifle platoon. I'm trying to see, because, again, if you go to the website, which you can use the !TBD command to see, you'll be able to see everything down there. Blue 4 also does have a sniper spotter team. They do have a Barrett 50 cal. I did talk to the people that were running that one, so they do have that capability. Though in a world of autocannons, I'm not sure how effective that sniper team is going to be. And if Op4 is doing a good job with their drones, I think they can completely negate that sniper team. Oh, boy. Well, this should be a good one nonetheless. I'm going to check the TeamSpeak. We are now at 176 players, so the title is officially accurate. Oh, boy. Oh, that's okay, Monica. There's always another one. These guys do one at least once a week. Or, excuse me, a month. OFCRA is once a week. Your drones are not in good hands? Righto. All right, here's what I'm going to do, because I always have people show up beforehand, and then when the game starts, obviously, they can get out here. But who will win this IDC match? There we go. Trying to fit all that in the little titles they gave. I'm going to give a 20-minute. And that should give us plenty of time. Oh, man. No, actually, the TBD servers haven't crashed yet. They've had a little bit of desync at the start of round 1 the previous time we covered. But that was really it. Oh, wow. Someone actually divided this here. Yeah, so they have the Reaper. You got the BMP3s, the BMD4s, the Warriors. I mean, this is a vehicle breakdown that they did. I love it. So I think they're going to basically just drag and drop these commands here, but all right. Oh, now defending this AO for Blue 4 is actually going to be a nightmare. Because you don't have a lot of good areas to set up lawn avenues of fire. You got this open area and you got this line right here, but it can easily be flanked. It's going to force you to take all these outbound areas here, but then that's tied to more forest. So the Warriors are going to have to be forced to be utilized in CQB. So are the BMDs and BMPs, mind you, but oh, man. It's just going to fall to who has the better infantry cover and who has the better eyes. It's going to be a mess. My God, is it going to be a mess. All right, we're at officially 80 to 70, so that is, what, 75 plus 75? So 150 people on the server. There's still another 25 trying to get on. And then Op4 have all their spawns down here. Oh, boy. That is a tough one. Today, Poland will win. I haven't seen the details for the second round yet, so I don't know if Poland is a faction for it, but that we'll see what happens nonetheless. Now, to recap on what happened last TBD, the first round had an A-10 for Blue 4 and the Russians having a massive vehicle convoy. Blue 4 was way too defensive about their A-10 because Op4 did have a lot of AA cover. And that A-10 ended up getting sniped by a tank, which was pretty funny to watch. Op4 won that round. It was a pretty nasty just sweep. Blue 4 got some good licks in, but Op4 was just better at their support. But I think that was also an op where Op4 had more casualties to friendly fire than the enemy. It was a mess. It was definitely a mess. Second round, Blue 4 was assaulting an Op4 position. Op4 had this massive trench line. Blue 4's communication broke down halfway through, and they did too many costly assaults to break through that trench line. They could have regrouped and had armor superiority with the repairing of their vehicles, but communication completely broke down for them. They weren't able to recuperate that, and then you just had Blue 4 trickle in their remnant and get slaughtered. Granted, Op4 were also taking heavy casualties, but because Blue 4 trickled in by the end of it, Op4 was able to hold. Now, if Blue 4 had comms and was able to coordinate and get their Abrams repaired, there would have been a completely different end play out because those Abrams would have slaughtered the remaining Op4 units. But, hey, that's how it goes. Of course, Ilbanek coming in saying, this looks good. Yeah, that's the guy in the chat that runs this event. Fun fact. Goober. So for these events, we'll see how things go. Ilbanek, it could be worse. Adamek for Friday Night Fights was adamant that we were calling it IDC. Excuse me, IBD instead of IDC, which I thought was pretty funny. Archer, thanks for the 16-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. All right, we're currently on 71 Blue 4, 83 Op 4. Again, there's probably another 20 people trying to connect, so we'll see how all that goes. I don't think the operation itself is going to start for another 8 minutes, but hey, we'll see how things go. If anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to bring them up. I'm not going to start going over the map and whatnot because we do have a bunch of people that are in the game, also in the chat right now, so I'm trying not to show the map too much. You're afraid for this server? I'm alright. Woke up late. I was up till like 5 a.m. talking about farming on various fronts. It was a very fun conversation. I rarely get to have large-scale conversations like that, but, you know, it's one of my hobbies there. Alright, I have another link for the multi. I'm going to vet it real quick first, because I don't trust Ivno. Okay, yes, it is captivating tic-tac-toe gameplay. Oh, I love it. Alright, so that's one of the players just chilling on the map right now. How do you not trust me, bro? You know, let me reword it. It's not that I don't trust you, it's just I didn't trust that username, because I've had some really interesting usernames in my multi, and I've also had people send me links to certain streamers that they want on the multi that aren't streaming the op, instead they're doing something else. So I just vet the links real quick. I mean, if the link doesn't match your name, for example, that's why I vet it, because I'm like, all right, who are you sending me to? What's that? Did you see the latest Puss in Boots movie? Out of curiosity. Because I want to see if you'll get the reference I'll make.
Team 6.
No?
No.
Do you know of it? because they literally put Big Jack Horner in the latest John Wick film, and I don't know how to feel about it. It was funny as hell. Stevenson, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, that exists. I know. I love Kloss, though. All right. Thank you, Falcon. I hope you get shot. Anyway, how's the pay-for-pay list coming along? We're going to be working on it today, and I know I've been dragging my feet on it. It's just I've been so busy on so many different fronts.
Another sub.
Oh, boy. That is the sound of 175 people being moved to a lobby, and I have already died. Excellent. So again, this is a night op. Also, I might not have tracers. So this should be interesting because, again, I have to kill myself for the interface, so I'm not sure the tracer key is going to work. But, hey, we'll make a guess. Old school commentary here. Otherwise, looking at the Russians here, we've got a... Why? Why did that break me? Oh my freaking god. 1 second. Okay. 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 Let me... Cool. All right. Perfect. I love it. Awesome. Op 4's up to 91. Blue 4's up to 71. Looking at Op 4 squads, we have a scoped PKP. We have another scope on the squad leaders kits, and possibly the team leader. Or that's a Freuder. We'll see. A Freuder means best rifleman. And then you got a dedicated crewman. All right, we also have RPGs in the group, but it looks like all of these teams are just about the same. Command has an SVD gunner.
Remember, McCulston, if you survive through this, you get Combat Mission Shock Force 2.
Doesn't make it better.
I think they're bribing each other with rewards in their in-game clans for survival. That's cute. Also, simulation's disabled so the server can sync up with all the players. That is something normal. These are all the reservists. That Chucklehead's already dead. And let's go ahead and look at more of Op 4's members here, because I want to cover everything that I can. All right, looks like the squad here is also roughly the same. These guys get the transport trucks. We have some gases in play. Looks like simulation was just turned on. So yeah, basically every squad has 2 guys with magnified optics, an RPG, and a PKP with a magnified optic. Let's go ahead and look over at the PKP and, excuse me, the VDV, my bad. And let's look at their loadouts. So SVD loadouts have AGMs, 4 Fabs, those look like 250s, 2 AGMs. Oh, that actually might be AA. Can someone who is versed in Russian pylons tell me if that is an AGM or a some sort of AA piece? And then we got some rocket pods, and then they would also have their gun pod, which I can't remember if that's built. Yeah, it's built into the underside. And I think both loadouts are the same. Yeah. So I'm assuming that's an AGM. Well, I know that's a missile, Goober. It's obvious that it's a missile, but is it an AA or air to ground? Otherwise, we have the BMD4. So these are classic VDV vehicles because they're meant to be dropped out of planes, but it's assuming they've already been dropped here. VDV otherwise are pretty much grouped the same, except they don't have the PKP machine gunner, unless I just didn't see him yet. So he was under my nose the whole time, so it's pretty much the same group with that too. And then they've got the triple R across these 2 vehicles. All right, looking at Blue 4. I'm assuming this up here is the sniper team. No, that's a reconnaissance team with one of the Jackals, I believe, have the GMG. Coyotes just have the HMG.
By the way.
So this is a special forces group because they have suppressors. We have an L85 sniper rifle. Actually, no, that would be a sniper rifle. And then you got some... Actually, no, what's the designation of that? Because L85 would be the designation of their rifles. Gosh, really testing my gun knowledge today.
All right,
It's an L85 something something. That's if I recall it correctly. You got the rest of Blue 4 spawn right here. This appears to be with their warriors.
Is there any crewmen inside?
I believe these are
who
3CB
knows this vehicle
BAF
or this event.
vehicles here. Again, you got L85s with the two guys having E-clans for magnified optics. Trying to get an eye on his rifle too, because I want to see if he has a scope. But it looks like they all have E-clans compared to the Russians that don't have magnified optics. So that's, I think, a balancing trait they've done on purpose. I don't think it's an Arctic camo warrior. It looks like it's just a dark green camoed warrior, so it can hide better in the forests against, you know, some more green trees. And then you got some crewmen that don't have the scopes on them.
No, we've got a question actually. Do you have any idea? Like, look inside the inventory of it. Yeah.
Yes, there's ammo.
Yeah, well, how the fuck do you load it? Do you have any idea?
With R.
Okay. Wait.
You already loaded.
How do you load the ammo? I don't know. With R.
If it's automatic or just
I
press
know,
R.
the L85,
Yeah,
but it's a
okay.
video game, so
That
it's actually
should
going to
do it.
perform properly. Yeah, so otherwise the squad composition for these guys appears to be light AT with some heavy AT, so PCMLs, and then some sort of AT4, scoped rifles, and... Is there a 249 per squad? Or in their case, it would be a mini-me. But I actually don't see one, so it looks like it's just a rifle squad on each side. And then looking at, we have a two-man team right here. I believe that is the sniper team. Yep, so they got a Barrette. They also have a thermal scope, and the spotter is not suppressed. Interesting. Here's the fob itself. We've got triple R right here for the vehicles. They're all grouped up. You got the reservist units right there.
The alternate frequency?
Yeah.
And you've got their... Again, it's either a Coyote or a Jackal, I always forget. But another thing to point out with these guys is their vehicles have ACOGs for their 50 cals. I think they also have scopes for their GMGs as well. I'll go back and check in a moment. But these are really powerful when you put that scope on it, because it's pretty much a sniper rifle that's going to one-tap someone. But it looks like these guys are the heavier groups, so we're seeing some dedicated marksman rifles here, and we're seeing some GPMGs, JK, general purpose machine gun. All right, mission has officially started. I'm gonna check back real quick. I want to see if this has a scope. It does, yes, okay.
All right. Everyone in?
Yep.
So it looks like those two vehicles are their special forces groups moving out. And then you got Op4 moving out as well. So we still have a few minutes before the poll concludes. We also have... I see. Hold on. So it looks like the Russian Navy has also showed up. Excellent. They're going to be in the form of another BMP. I think they turned it on and it spooked the engine a little bit, but let's see. It looks like they have to refuel the vehicles first.
Like 10% fuel, and I will go to the gas station.
So they're going to be only refueling these very partially to get them up in the air immediately. It's not long enough, so he's going to have to get back in it and drive over. That's going to cost him a few seconds.
Use the green.
Excuse me. All right.
Hey, where's...
So I'm going to tab out real quick. I want to give you guys a final number count. We're at about 175. And Falcon has just messaged me to say 20 times scope with AP rounds, max range of 1.8 kilometers with no wind. This is spicy AF. Where is Falcon? I have to look through the sea of names here. Because 93 plus 77 is what? About 170. So there's still a few people trying to trickle in. I'm assuming he's Blue 4 because I don't think Blue 4 have the magnifications. Ha, that idiot already died. Where is that chucklehead? I've probably glanced over his name twice. You know, also another question is, where is that Reaper drone? You know what I mean? I actually have no idea where the Reaper is. And I'm probably not going to be able to keep track of it because drones don't come up on the interface. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a bit of a tough one for me. But if I start seeing vehicles randomly drop... So we'll see how things go. Okay, he's saying it's a suppressed SVD. Once again, I mean, that points me to him being op 4, but I just am struggling. There's so many people on. It's hard to find anyone specific. Ay. I'm blind. Oh, well. We'll find him later, or we won't. We gotta focus on macro coverage, though, because of the sheer amount of people that are on, let's be honest. But he's somewhere. There he is. So he's in the gas. He's talking about the scope he has, so... And it's suppressed. All right. So there probably are 2 Gaz teams that are special forces groups with suppressed weapons, so that's why he's marked as a recon team.
I fucking let go. You can't... they're ugly. Fuck them.
All right. So it looks like Blue 4 is also still organizing their base. Again, their op is to basically defend these 3 sectors here. You've got a lot of forces going north right now to cover against a potential VDV spawn point. That's really keeping their south exposed. We'll see how that goes. Got a Blue 4 group down in the northern side of Berezino's northern outskirts. You've got other Blue 4 groups trying to get on certain hills or positions to overwatch certain key roads. But beyond that right now, it's just a macro game. As you're going to see Op 4 come in with a massive convoy. Reconnaissance forces already come out here. And we can see Op 4's plan of attack, and that against Blue 4 is going to really work out at the moment until Blue 4 redeploys their forces. Why is an Su-25... That's what he meant by no, get me to the gas station. So he wanted to take the 10% fuel so he could go down to the... Oh, no. Well. Ilbanek had to curse it, didn't he? Wait. Wait. All right. So I think there was a little lag spike there, probably with the server itself, because I think it's a dedicated box in someone's room and it temporarily lost internet for a second. We saw this last time happen too, but they quickly recover it, so it's A-okay. We're up to 171 now, if my math is right. Just as this SVD was taken off. So what they basically did was they refueled that to 10% so he could drive down there and go to the gas station. Here's the one issue. He lost all of his front speed. So now he's going to probably have to turn around, re-tax, and then relaunch. Oh, that's funny. And I agree, out of every runway in Cherno, this is definitely the hardest one to take off from. So we'll start seeing Op 4's air support getting up in the air soon. Again, I have no idea where that Reaper is, and that kind of scares me. All right, here we go. The wheels aren't moving. I don't see the flaps down. Now the flaps are down. Oh my God. I'll be honest with you when I say I didn't think he was gonna make it. Oh, that was a little clenchy there. Ooh. Literally using the bump off of the runway to take off. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, second bird's going for it. These people really are putting their flaps down, like, at the last second. That one was a bit more clean. They had the repair vehicle on standby in case they didn't do it properly. Ooh. Now you got the BMDs moving out. Looks like the one in the debug corner was fixed. You got both SVDs in the air. Now, we're not going to be able to track the Reaper because it's not a quote-unquote player unit. We're only going to be able to do it when a player directly interacts with it. So if I see the symbol pop up on the map, I'm going to immediately jump to it. Meanwhile, looking around on the map, we have Op4 Recon down here looking around on this area on the right flank. You've got the sniper team.
We'll run it to the airfield, if anything.
They're talking about running to the airfield. And then you got a four-man team over here. This is one of the SF Special Forces groups Blue 4 has. And they're watching this open area out here, which I'm going to be honest, it's a pretty good area to do coverage on. You can cover a lot on this zone. I just don't know if Op4 is going to come through it. But what's going to happen to this major force right here if they call that this is coming in? Because Blue 4 have kind of cherry-picked where they want to have an ambush. I think because they think that's a VDV spawn point. And that's where they can lock things down, so that's kind of deceiving them. So maybe they were thinking with Op4 spawning down here and VDV spawning down there, they can commit everything over here and take them out, not realizing that there's a VDV flag right here and that's sending them up. So I'm not sure who put those VDV spawn point markers down, but that might have actually been false intel to throw off Blue 4. And the fact that it might have actually worked is really funny. Blue 4, I don't know what form of AA or AAA they have, to be perfectly honest. I wasn't able to see any man pads or whatnot. Maybe their Reaper drone is equipped with AA capability. But otherwise, I think it's just going to be up to their warriors to shoot them down. But because I can't find the Reaper on the map because I don't have a symbol for it, I legitimately have no idea where it is. Oh, I was about to say, where's the other one? But it's taxing right there, so they're coming around right here. You got all their nets. Again, if there's no spectator slots for round 2, I'll be going on Blue 4 and we'll be tracking them. Oh yeah, no, the Reaper would be incredibly high up and they'd be using that as a reconnaissance piece. I mean, a Reaper with its thermal camera will be able to sweep its own zone for hostile activity, and I hope that's what they're doing. But we have Op4 entering the zone right here. In terms of moving around the airfield and making sure it's secure. And they've got different sectors to kind of set units up to make this assault. So this is just turned into their regroup point. I just don't think Blue 4 have any idea of that group yet.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
Okay, so the 7th's down here. I think that's the other Special Forces group. I'm trying to track where the quad bike went. It appears to be with these guys down here. But as you can see, they do have thermal imaging. So they're looking towards the airfield.
But you guys have a 338?
Yeah, they got a sniper with a 338 Lapua. The one that I couldn't figure out what it was. I knew what it was, but I couldn't remember the designation, like L8
Somehow your face mask is completely ice cold. Oh, I'm looking through my thermals. And somehow...
That's because he is built with the British cheap blood Yorkshire, my friend. Hello.
Yeah, man. He's iced. He's cold to the touch.
Hello, ice.
Christ. Can I find player comm? I can do my best.
Where you guys at?
Because we do have a bit of a lull in the fighting. I don't see him on blue 4. He is on op 4 in a truck. His boys in MOR are still alive. The SU-25 will pour fuel on... We just have that as a scripted feature. If it gets within 20 meters, it can perform an action to cut its fuel by 25%. But it'll snuff out the Reaper's engine. So we got some close flybys here. They're trying to do a reconnaissance at Devil's Castle because they have a recon team heading up. They preemptively dropped a fab on it and blew up one. Actually, they blew up the central tower. You know, that's actually one of the smartest things I've seen. Don't even give them a chance to make you think that they're scouting your area out. Just go for it. Because Devil's Castle is actually within close proximity. And from Devil's Castle, you can look over towards the northwest airfield. I'm trying to find an angle for it. This would be, because the tower is roughly this height, and with our range, it could totally scout out the airfield. So that was a very smart call. Granted, yes, it didn't have anyone on it, but Blue 4-wise and logic-wise, that would have been one of the best reconnaissance point Blue 4 could use. So now Op 4 is going up there with their recon team to confirm it's clear. And to get a BDA on that strike. But I think the fact that they're not going to find any bodies is going to concern them. But again, that was very smart. Keep the planes in reserve. Have them come in and do tactical strikes like that. That's very brilliant. I think All 4 is also trying to take this airfield here. That way, when their Su-25s land, they can basically do triple R right there and get them back in the air. Trying to find the pilots. So he is way up in the air. I was going to see if he was going to do a follow-up strike.
You have fucking long range. Put a...
I'm trying to avoid the F4 because YouTube hates that and they demonetize the hell out of me, but I can't be helped. Oh well. We got Black Mountain over here. I wonder if Air is going to also preemptively hit that position. Because we see all the POIs they've marked. One is under Op 4 control. You got Blue 4's special forces around the southern side as well. Oh, I know, but they still flag it if it gets hit with the F word. It's annoying, but what can you do? All right, so Op 4's convoy is still coming in. That's been taking them roughly a few minutes. These are 2-hour rounds, by the way, so we're just about in the bottom left getting to the 100-minute mark, so only 20 minutes of the round have officially gone by. I'm going to be honest, I don't see if this is going to be a direct assault like this, I don't see this going past 90 minutes at most. Which, granted, is close to the end time. But really, I want to say 60 minutes. Because from here, after they spend the next, 5-10 minutes tops regrouping their force right there, they're just going to do a direct push. And if Blue 4 is going to be panically putting their defensive lines back on, we're going to potentially see some side flanking, sure, but I think Op 4 is just going to be able to break through and push right to the fob, and we could see this end in like a, 30, 45-minute angle. Uh-oh. I saw that on the map before I saw it on the chain. But server bounces back. And again, I think it's because there's so many people on, I think it's tied to the latency of certain people connecting if you look on the bottom left right there. Because I've noticed the past 3 times we have a yellow chain, it's because there's a connect or disconnect. If you want to see a 24-hour PvP fight, you're going to ask the PvP communities. I will shoutcast it, but, ooh, that's going to have to be like a... I'm going to have to mentally prepare for that one, Chief.
Get set up, set your thermal up for me, buddy.
Like, I've seen 6-hour ops before. So I know they're possible. That had roughly about 100 to 120 people in it, but... you have to do it in waves here. It also kind of sucks with how Bohemia redid thermals, so now thermals are a lot harder to do.
I didn't really see much because of the trees.
Do you see anything, or no? Okay.
But yeah, the trees are going to definitely obscure everything.
Really...
You got this Op 4 team now moving in, being incredibly stealthy to move up to this position because they don't know if it is hostile or not.
I didn't see what it's like with the maybe in the big house, but everything outside the
Still have another recon team moving around the southern side. I think Falcon's giving Overwatch with 2IC of the squad, providing battle buddy assistance.
Wait. You guys are gonna take this right tower here, clear it, fucking smudge.
Here's the thing, though. The one thing that'll stop that convoy dead in its tracks moving in is a Reaper drone. It'll probably be equipped with 4 AGMs if it's a default loadout. I don't think it's going to be equipped with the 4-round pylons. But I wouldn't be surprised if it had 2 of those and then 2 AA missiles, 1 for each Su-25. Yeah, I'm a bit with what's that on that sense. If you're going to give thermals, thermals are meant to be, that level of game changer, but seeing trees bright hot on thermals is kind of weird for me.
I don't think it's enterable.
Oh, isn't it? It's not? Okay.
Because I didn't see any doors.
And by all means, like, if you want to make a mod that changes it to the way they changed it, then feel free. I mean, your community, go for it. But by default, thermals should be, well, thermals, you know? Well, that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a Zeus. Alright, so these guys have BDA on the strike. They're up here real... Bloodwing just threw something down. Okay. So yeah, really effective strike with that bomb, but now they can't use that tower to do reconnaissance, but they can just poke their heads out. I hear a darter drone. But yeah, see? I don't have that on my roster. I can click on it and track it. But see how it's on my interface only when I click on it, and then I can track it. But beyond that, I don't know. And I think the only reason it appeared on my interface was because he was manually controlling the landing. Now, drones, I think, only have a 30-minute battery life, but they were probably putting that up in the air to do reconnaissance of the position. So that means the other recon team has the other drone. But I'm, again, really curious about who has the Reaper. Now you've got that unit moving around. VDV taking their position, crossing that area. They're about 90% secured with that area. They're still waiting for their triple RVIX to come up.
Okay.
And I think they're trying to pathfind now, potentially to go up around here, maybe get eyes directly on the airfield.
Let's go.
Once they know that this force is on the airfield, though, it's going to be all over.
My position, there is 2 squads moving in through the forest on the edge.
All right, so this group has pointed out the VDV forces right here. Now we might see a complete redistribution of forces here to make front lines in this sector instead. You got that warrior now coming around already on the north to go on that side. Yes, honey. Put it in the fridge. Love you, baby.
They're moving in quite well. I don't see their BMP though.
Numbers 79 to 94. So Op4 has a 15-player advantage.
Left of them.
Yeah. That's what's nice. Thermals at range are still pretty effective, but thermals close up is very difficult. I mean, here. That's what they're looking at, but, you know, from my distance, because of how thermals work, I can't see them. The reason I think they spotted them was because they're highlighting between that. I have no idea what that was for, and that was really dumb, because if any Blue 4 didn't know that they were there, they do now.
Yeah, maybe you have to hold tab? I don't know.
Yeah, wait. No, it's fine.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he did, because this team already PID'd that group. We just saw something flash up right there as well. But what are they doing?
Tak ciężko, wszyscy są... Cofaj. Nie dostanie montować, cofaj.
I honestly don't know. It's weird. But either way. Alright, we got a warrior coming around that side. I'm waiting to see if these guys are... looks like they are starting to remount their VIX. They're going to redeploy at a different angle, probably to set up a defensive line right here. And then you got forces coming around on that side. I think anticipating a flanking attack, but they're not going to get it. Just more setup time. Though, again, the really interesting thing is going to see this sniper team setting up on this airfield, but Op4 seem to be in positions off of the openness of the airfield itself, which is really smart. Though I wonder if this vehicle is under threat.
Or do you want us to just wait here still?
Sniper would be right there. This is certainly where Blue 4 can get a nice little screw with Op4 here.
If you'd like to see my updated location, we're peeking on the airfield.
Gotta remember though, this doesn't have any magnification. It's literally just a thermal camera. All right, 50 cals out.
Bro, this thing is fat as fuck. Its sway is crazy.
That's why you have to fire it prone.
Where did you see them on the airfield?
Heavy gun.
Here's the crazy thing. These vehicles are actually moving up, and they might go really close to this team.
Come on, let's go. I can't see anything. No point in staying.
You can't see your here.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, why not? Time to go, my friend. Let us go.
Whoa, start engine.
Sound like Boris, my friend. Boris. Very nice.
That is freaking hilarious. Oh no.
Wait, there was another time.
That 50 cal would have shredded this vehicle.
Command, this is PLA Sniper War back in the woods. You want us to go anywhere?
Oh, you have to hear it.
Oh, I see a vehicle.
Where?
Look at where I'm looking. I can't look at thermals and compass at the same time.
There's a fucking, what was it? What kind of car was it? Kamaz?
I don't know.
Vodnik, Kamaz, they got a truck. Oh, another truck's coming in. They're on the move. Hold on, I'll let you know which way they leave.
Get out of each other's line of fire, you chuckleheads.
You want me to try to hit him? I got a 50 cal.
Hit
No,
him!
man, it's a fucking
Hit
big
him!
one.
Dude, I want it. I'm going.
You have a 50 cal! Do it!
Okay, don't shoot more. Don't shoot more. Don't shoot more. They'll fucking find us easily. Oh my god, twig.
I don't think I hit any. Time to go.
He sniped the driver! He sniped the freaking driver! Bro's unconscious! Actually, no, bro's dead! There's no tracer because I had to do a respawn to get to the spectator interface. It's not a dedicated spectator interface, so I don't get that ability. So we got one unconscious and one dead. Okay, so the driver was knocked unconscious, but one of the people in the back was shot by the 50. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't think I hit anyone. Yeah, goober. There's one kill marked. He won't know, though. But if he waited and saw that the car started circling, he could have stayed and gotten a few more shots and then left. But, woo. Some free sniper kills. Ooh, speaking of free kills. Are they going to burn a PCML on a transport? They might. Bro, it's dark. They're not going to see the blood splatter at that rate. This is GMG bait. We also have a transport truck. So where's the support from the tree line? They're not at an angle to actually overwatch these vehicles. So once again, oh my god, where's the GMG? Yes. Oh, this is just GMG bait.
There's a truck in the town. There's a truck in the town.
500 meters.
Maybe we can shoot the launcher.
Oh my god, please shred them with the GMG. I don't think this is an enterable, Church. It is not. Shred them with the GMG. Here it comes. Oh, Sam gets blown away. Oh, you can see the rounds coming in and landing. Now they need to move before QRF comes in and shreds that tree line.
Yeah, I'm alive.
I am pretty sure Sam died. Yeah, he already left. Oh. They can blow the building up. He might have noticed it changed damage textures. They need to consider moving very quickly, though, and it looks like they are starting to mount up already, because if a BMP or BMD gets a line on them, they're dead. Because that's a soft skin Vic and a few AP rounds. Or, hell, I think both the BMP3 and the BMD4 have ATGM rounds. So they're going to maneuver off, but this is going to definitely tell Blue 4 they need to redeploy their forces. You gotta love the overpowered assets. Yeah, Slush, you'd probably be with this group, and you might have been GMG'd right there if you joined. Alright, so the Warrior's coming around on the left side. We have a second Warrior still on that Overwatch position on the hill. Blue 4 might be planning some sort of small counterattack. So they're debating calling an airstrike, but Blue 4 is already leaving this position, which is, again, smart.
We're currently pinned down behind the church.
Yeah, so they got their position circled, so they might have air drop a thing over there. Blue 4's re-scouting to see if they can attack from a flanking angle. I'm going to be honest, they should have also disabled the vehicle, too. Oh, no. Is the sniper team going to come around and flank? That's very risky where they're driving right now, because this is literally where Op4's line is. Trying to watch to see if an SU-25 is lining up a strike. It looks like we might have that. Is he going to bank left?
2-5, come in. Where you at?
Yes, he is. Nope. Banked too far left. I thought he was lining up to potentially strike that with rockets. That would be some wicked close air. But unfortunately, they're being saved for later. I don't know if air can resupply. There we go. So that is the sound of the main cannon of a BMP-3 or BMD-4 firing. Based on the fact it's the VDV right here, I'm assuming it's them. But now we got Blue 4 firing suppressed shots. Down at this group, they should consider popping some smoke and getting out of here.
Yeah.
Command at 2x BNT and 2x EI squads.
That position's already known, though.
Okay, please try to mark it. Command at the 2x BMP and 2x EI squads, they're digging in.
I can't tell if he's reconning the forces under him right here. And he's trying to line himself up or what. So he's talking about these groups digging in. If they have the Reaper could be utilized to scout, but they might be keeping on reserve because the Su-25's in the air. Yeah, there's no tracer effect because they didn't give me a dedicated spectator slot, so I gotta work with what I got. I'm sorry, guys. Again, I just hit P&O again. We'll see if it magically comes up, then, you know, thank you. But I've been hitting those buttons multiple times. But next firefight I see, I'll hit the buttons again, and maybe not. SU's, the 25 should have some sort of radar capability. And that's video game-wise. I don't know about IRL. Whenever I speak about this stuff, it's always in the context of the game. Yeah, so he fired a tracer round, but that wasn't the tracer's script. I'm hitting my buttons again. Of course, Zixme. Yeah, right. You always say that line. Alright, they're driving out. Granted, I feel like they've got a good formation here with the coverage of their vehicles, but... Again, I'm trying to figure out why they're digging in right here. They're circling this vehicle. So I don't know if air spotted it or what. Yeah, I'm hitting my buttons and nothing's coming up, guys. Oh. I think when I'm teleporting around, it's just lagging for a few seconds. Because we haven't really seen a lot of gunfire. So I think it just takes a moment for the script to actually initialize. But Zixme, thank you. Though I will admit the blue was a little tough to follow. blue on white is
I don't think so. Especially once.
not the best contrast.
I think we just get VDV to push into it. Would be better.
All right, sniper team's
It's hard
coming
to
up.
pinpoint
Hopefully they
exact
won't
location.
blue on blue each other.
4 people, right?
Seem like it. It's not, I like a rocket sound.
How are you doing, Goddess? You goober.
Good.
Yeah, they're honking so they don't get blue on blued. What? Yes, they do. What's that? They have duct taped GPSs. Awesome.
Hi, boys. What's going on?
We got shot at with the rocket. We gotta move.
Oh, okay. Time to go. Let's go. I'll follow you. Fuck, let's go. Head north. Let's regroup with the warriors.
Oh, when you put it like that, let's get out of here. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. All right. Yep. Let's go. And then I jump over and we have the polka. Okay. All right. Sure. Call of Booty Mimi Warfare. See, they go so fast, it's, I gotta try multiple times to get them on track. Looks like David was the one that dropped that one fab because he's got only 3 remaining. But you have air loitering otherwise.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Take my prime, good sir.
Patriot, I'll snatch it right up. Thanks so much for the 32-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So I'm concerned with what Op4's next step is. It looks like they're mounting up, and it looks like they're going to start moving out. They waited like around 20 minutes to be just chill on that airfield. Blue 4 got a few licks in. I'd assume their next phase is to push up to this area, have vehicle overwatch from the high ground, and push your infantry through all of this. And then the last hurdle is going to be moving things around and getting to the fob, because this is a kill zone. So the infantry are going to probably overwatch from these angles, vehicles are going to overwatch from those angles, and then infantry is going to push right. Maybe a vanguard force will be on their right side. Blue 4, meanwhile, still having everything everywhere. They're really...
No way.
Oh my lord.
What
Did we all just die? What the fuck just hit us?
What hit us? That had to be a...
Bro, what hit us?
Zeb is still alive.
God struck us down.
No, seriously, like, what hit us?
That must have been like a drone or
Mutza?
something.
Mutza killed us.
Maybe it's a drone.
BMP, if you can hear me. You got sniped.
Hello. Where the fuck is the BMP?
At the VDV position you saw earlier on your thermals.
Yeah, we saw both.
Are you talking the
1.8
trench?
kilometers.
The guy from the trench just reached out and yeeted us in the woods, bro?
Yeah, because they have 3 BMD4s there, actually. So my bad, it's a BMD4 that sniped you. Probably with an ACGM round, but yeah.
I killed Mickey, though, so...
Yeah, the sniper, you killed a guy and knocked out the other dude when you fought the truck, which was pretty interesting.
I try, bro. Fucking, I didn't even see it. Frank's like, hey, there's a truck. I'm like, oh, okay.
Send in Goat Team
Shoot it.
Fine, yeah, terrible sniper. I did.
Anyway, I gotta mute myself because you demonetized me multiple times. I appreciate it. I'll see you later.
I love you. I didn't know you were streaming.
It's okay. I love you too. I don't know what's wrong with my plugin. It just, there we go. All right. The plugin should screen out the audio of the spectators, but it's not, so... I gotta get with Hilbenek about that because he made it, because I also noticed it was glitching out for FNF too, so... But yeah, that's why we normally mute ourselves in these missions, because when people die, we can hear them in the spectator chat. But my plugin's supposed to screen that out, but apparently it didn't, so that's okay. So now you got the BMP-3s advancing in a pretty interesting formation. And you still hear those BMD-4s firing, but yeah, no, they got a great hit and pretty much shelled and destroyed one of those jackals. Again, it's either a jackal or a coyote. I can't remember. Someone wants to do !TBD, scroll down on mission 1 and remind me. The GMG Vicks are the ones that I'm talking about. But yeah, no, they've left these positions for the most part. They're going to remount. They're pushing the BMDs up. To Jackal, thank you. Jackal's the big boy. Coyote's the small boy. Oh, right. Yeah, yeet is the bad word that'll get me demonetized. You're totally right. Mm-hmm. All right, SU-25's orbiting around. I see one. Other might be coming in for a landing. And if it does, they might just go down, refuel at the gas station, then re-go on in tax, which is funny as heck. But they should have enough fuel to last for a little longer. All right, BMP-3s have entered the town. We see some infantry down here on the southern side providing security. VDV forces are probably going to advance along this northern arc, maybe get flanked by the Polka warrior. We got another warrior up on this hill, though, that could be utilized as a pretty powerful long-range support weapon, but they're keeping it in reserve at the moment. But yeah, come up here, start striking things. One thing to note, though, it does not have any tow capabilities, whereas the, I think both the BMP-3s and the BMD-4s have a few ATGM rounds. Hey, Patches, how you doing? Okay, we have Blue 4 driving a transport truck down here. But we have Falcon. Why is it always Falcon? Oh, that's an MRAP. That's their medical vehicle. All right, I thought that would be like a truck or something, but no, the designation for that's actually an MRAP, so Falcon's not going to be able to do crap against that. Oh, but I like being a shrimp. Let me have my posture. So is this the other Jackal? Nope, that's a Coyote. I think. I don't know. I can never get it right. So we also have one man running along the road. I think that's a disconnected player because their AI keeps. There's another one over there in the town of Berzino. So basically, if you get disconnected from the server, an AI takes your place. And then when you get back on the server, you replace that AI. But yeah, they dynamically run around. All right, Op 4 sweeping around this area. You got another group coming around. BMPs are going to be overwatching. This allows room for the VDV forces to start moving because they don't need to be doing this high-end overwatch. And if they absolutely need to, they could just leave one squad to do it and have two start pushing the northern side. They've got the Vanguard force right there as well. We got a warrior deploying on the northern side. That's the Polka warrior pushing back. We got one player, though, running up down south, possibly to do reconnaissance because he does have a slash in his name indicating he is a squad leader, team leader, and could have a long-range radio. Let's have a look. No, he's just one Chad with a PCML and a dream. Okay, I'm for it. I'd laugh my ass off if a random AI just one-tapped Falcon, but it looks like he's now following. That's what I like about this community. There's some lone wolfing, and people are casual about it. Again, it looked like the SU-25 was lining up to do an airstrike. That doesn't appear to be the case. Just heard something fire. Like the AI just desynced. Which, granted, is a good representation of how the server's doing. Because the server would have control of those units. I would, honest to God, laugh my ass off if Falcon just got dropped by a random AI running through the woods. Yeah, no, I think that was, again, one of the vehicles firing. They're still shelling the tree side, trying to figure out where the enemy is, not realizing they already got them in the first barrage. Falcon, 400 meters, east. Of course, every time we mention him in our stream, we're just flexing his ego, or feeding his ego would be a better term. But we have the other two warriors on the south. We could see a pretty nasty warrior encirclement of the entire Op4 attack wave at this rate.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Catch Op4 in the open like this. But they're just being really slow to maneuver. They're being incredibly cautious. I don't blame them. But, again, another question I have is, where is the Reaper drone? This angle, man, I swear, if he actually... I think those were footsteps. I thought I heard a suppressed shot, though, but I don't see anyone looking in his direction. What's really funny is this recon team's also, like, within a click of that group. All right. Good cardio for the AI. Christ sakes. Oh, well, yeah, the Reaper's in the sky. We just don't get a mark for the freaking American Death Hawk, okay? Oh, my God. All right, so the rest of his team's coming up. They're basically just scouting around as best they can. I think they've ditched their vehicle. I just heard something hit. Distant cannon noise. You can hear that from all the way over here. It just goes to show how loud those things can be and how far they can carry. He's friendly wiggling his guys. And they're wiggling. Everyone's wiggling. And now we have Window Smudge. Does he have an eye on Blade? Blade is so screwed if he gets spotted here. You're still hearing those cannons fire off. Huh. No, the Reaper drone doesn't have technology. It's just how the AI drones work for a spectator interface. Op4 also has 2 darter drones called... The Op4 equivalent is the Terran, but again, we don't see them until they're directly controlled by players. I wonder what they're still hitting. Because again, the first shot they did eliminated the group, and you have the one survivor, he's already well away, so I don't know what they're PIDing in there to keep firing. What would be really funny, though, is if Blade killed Window, took his SVD, and then murked him with it. And I honestly can't tell if Blade spotted him, and now he's just moving up cautiously. I see one right over his head, and you can barely hear it. You know what is nice, though? What's that? Communities that actually use their vehicle support and field them instead of just ditching them in a corner somewhere, right? Oh, look at this. Oh, Window. Window. Oh, he immediately turned around. We can't hear what he's saying because of the freaking dead people on Spectator. I think Blade... No, he didn't see him because he's looking a different direction. I don't know about wear enemy equipment, but I know you can listen in on enemy radios, and I know you can pick up enemy weapons. I wouldn't know what's that. I haven't been to one of their ops in a hot second. All right, SU-25's coming around. Falcon leading the recon group. I wonder what they're going to do about that group, but it'd be really interesting if they manage to take that Coyote. SU-25s are pretty much still on Overwatch. I'd imagine, though, when they finally decide to assault that FOB, they're just going to drop a shit ton of AA on it. Or bombs, excuse me, because I'm not sure what the AA situation is. I heard... So they're shelling something up here. But again, I have no idea, because the tracer script, I have to be near the vehicle for it to prompt. See, I think the Stingers might be loaded in vehicles because I have actually seen anyone spawn in with a Stinger. So there has to be AA. I just have no idea where. Blade's marking his spot. Because when we're close to someone, we can see their little dot they can make on the map. Got a few others trickling in. Maybe Op4's reporting they're seeing movement, but otherwise I really don't know what they're engaging. Blue 4, meanwhile, has mounted up, and that's going to allow Op4 to get right on top of the objective. You know what would be really, really funny? It's not going to happen, but this 6-man team bypasses, assaults the fob, and takes the fob. Just somehow shreds everyone in there and wins the game. Again, don't think it's going to happen, but it would be pretty damn funny if it did. Like, they get there, they call an airstrike on it, and then they just move in and take it. And it's like, boom. Spec Ops for the win. Oh, I know for a fact they're not allowed to dress up in enemy uniforms. I can say with not certainty, but almost certainty that they can't pick up enemy vests and helmets, but I can say for a fact they can't pick up enemy weapons, and I think they can pick up enemy radios. But yeah, I genuinely do not know what they're engaging, and the BMDs and BMPs should have thermal imaging, so I don't know what they're striking. Maybe the thermal contacts are throwing them off and they're thinking the thermals are trees? I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, he's looking right at him. This is a modern times fight, yeah. So Op4's got, you know, BMD4s, BMP3s, SU-25s, some of their top-of-the-line stuff. Blue 4 would have their warriors and whatnot. And it's assuming that, you know, NATO have bases in Finland, so probably a little in the future. But yeah, otherwise, quote-unquote, modern times. Recon have updated their position on the same building that Blue 4 Recon, one of their Blue 4's SF teams were on earlier. That's so funny. Ha! I was waiting for that. Someone was eventually going to get spotted by someone. Now you got Op4 turning their heads here. Oh, that grenade was very close. I think the tree blocked some of the shrapnel, though. Follow-up one. That one gets caught on the tree, though, because it rolled back. It was about right there. Oh, Blade's in the open. Blade is unconscious. Window is also unconscious. So Blade was able to get the hit there, but one of the players, looks like that was Cookie, got the uncon on Blade there. All right, so now you have Op4 starting to move their infantry up. They have been a lot slower than I thought. They've been 40 minutes. Technically 35, but 35 between being right here and now being into here. So that advance is probably going to take the entirety of the time because of the speed of the advancing. But with all of that, I think Blue 4 might be able to stall completely because of just how slow they're being. Both of them have woken back up. They're moving to window, but they need to move and double tap Fudgehead there. I guess when he went uncon, he went in defilade because now he's pushed back. But yeah, send the medic. I would send a battle buddy with the medic and then send 2 guys up to check on Blade's body. So he's under a tree. He needs to snap tourniquets on because people are going to be able to hear his medicing. Falcon is not dead. He's part of the recon team that's over here. Blade, if you have grenades... Uh-oh. Flank? Oh, but Blue 4's now stopping the flank. Tree gets knocked over. That works in Blade's favor. And now he's running for it. Primal gets double tapped. What was the luck on that? That stopped Wickfin from taking Blade out. Kabubi wakes back up. What on earth? Now you're seeing some GLs going down. Did Wick just... I got him, guys! I got him! He's down! I shot him! I did it! Oh my god. Oh my god, that's brilliant. I love it. I freaking love it. Yeah, he certainly got Blade, didn't he? Where's that other dude? His name escapes me. Who is he again? Kabubi? Yeah, I don't know where he is, man. Uh-oh. He's prone. That's too far, but yeah, it's gonna freak him out. Blade, you're close, buddy, but Wick, I think you got the wrong guy. All right, so now we're starting to see this vehicle advance here. Great grenade throw by Blade. He's not going to know he got it, but that was awesome. So this Op 4 Special Forces team is, well, certainly defining the word special. I'm half tempted to unmute myself.
Who was it?
Fucking,
Okay, I was hoping to hear a screaming match, but that's okay. Now you got Blue 4 flanking right here. They're shooting at a Hun gamer, and, well, he has been Hun. Only unconscious, though. That rifleman, though, is taking fire from this auto rifleman. But Cookie can't seem to line up a shot. Blade now pushing. Still looking for that Reaper. SU-25's orbiting the airbase. Window gets knocked out. I'm completely on the wrong side. Knocked out once again. Not sure if the medic was able to provide any medical assistance. GL's going a little wide. But yeah, 3 people have pretty much annihilated an entire Op 4 Special Forces team. That's kind of funny. And yes, What's That is incredibly right. Our bird's eye view is much different from the trees. That's why I was saying Blade is really lucky that that tree knocked over and concealed him, because otherwise he would have probably been shot by either Wick or Kabubi. So it's really interesting how that all played out. I just heard a round get fired and then detonate, so I think one of the BMPs just tried to fire and it hit a tree. Hopefully there was no red on red there. Scouting team still holding position. Blue 4 recon team close by. We have a warrior on the rear. I think they're still trying to circle this position, but they're not having a lot of luck here because Op Force, even though, I mean, both sides are moving at a snail's pace with their APCs. They're trying to be incredibly cautious with it, but it's just not really working out. Did Window wake back up? Yes, he did. And so did Hunger. Rock gets knocked out. No number on that gravestone yet. But you might have Blade now move up to those suppressed shots. Well, so technically an IFV can be an APC if it transports infantry. Technically, we do refer to them as IFVs first, but saying that they're also APCs isn't inaccurate because an armored personnel carrier just needs to be an armored vehicle that can move infantry, whereas an IFV, an infantry fighting vehicle, usually has some sort of autocannon to shreds.
So let's give him a warm welcome.
So those terms can be interchangeable when it comes to all of the vehicles on the map because both the Warrior, well, actually, the Warrior, the BMD, and the BMP can transfer infantry. Yeah, pretty much what Slushy said. So Blade's pulling back probably to check on Rack there. You got this group, instead of moving to there, they're going to recon out the stuff on the side. Blade has moved into the firing line of Window Smudge, and he is trying to get a shot. Does BMP translate as IFE? That's an interesting fun fact. I never knew. So still trying to shoot Blade in the ass right here. But Window's going to try to transition. I just heard AA fire. So I assume there is some form of manpad defense around here, because that was the distinct sound of a launch. Interesting. Naval turret's best turret. Just wait for pay for pain. I swear you'll get what you want. All right, IFE coming around, locking down the airbase. We got Blue 4. I think these are their command elements and their auxiliary units on the rear as you're starting to see the vehicles moving out. BMPs and BMDs all together here. Some decent infantry screening coverage, but not much. And I want to see if that's because they have infantry. Yeah, so they've got some of the infantry loaded in the VIX themselves, because those vehicles only need 2 or 3 men to operate fully. Hearts of Iron 2 speed has faster pacing than this. Some PvP matches can be incredibly slow. We're halfway through the time right now. And Op 4 has certainly been taking all of it to just get their forces in position and move at a snail's pace. But it's better to utilize all your time and be able to move with the utmost caution so you don't needlessly take casualties, rather than just rush right in and get murdered. So what I'm willing to bet is we're going to see Op 4 get lined up. You're going to see a round of airstrikes on the FOB. You're then going to see secondary airstrikes go out on Blue 4 positions, and then you're just going to see the Russians steamroll the FOB. Because the IFVs are well out of position for Blue 4, and it's not enough time for them to go back in. You got a few that are locally close enough to potentially do some stuff. Wait a second. Okay. It looked like both of the Su-25s were coming into a strike. It looks like they're also doing Wild Weasel runs right now to scout out what defense at the FOB might shoot at them. So then they can get reconnaissance on any built-up trenches like these are really easy to spot from above, as well as what shoots at them from where, so then they can designate to airstrike it. I honestly don't know why the Blue 4 IFVs are this far out. I think Ilbenek's over here to fix a debug issue because he is also the Zeus, and he tries to help fix things in real time, which is nice to see. But yeah, like, you've had Blue 4 trying to encircle the Op 4 formation with their IFVs, but the IFVs haven't really been committing because they don't have the proper infantry screen to do such action. All right, over here, we've got a large amount of fire on an Op 4 position right here. We'll see if an IFV can line up and shoot at them. You also have... So that's the same spot that engaged. You've got the Russian SOF group right behind them that can potentially come in and hit them along the rear. I thought the sound was an Su-25 strike, but that appears to not be the case. I'm trying to track where those BMPs are firing their main cannons. You still got the Special Forces dicking around with those 3 infantry up there, so that unit's pretty much out of action. But at this point, if you have the enemy at the gate like this, I don't know why they're not immediately recalling everything. You know what I mean? Like, these IFEs should be pulling in, that IFE should be pulling in, this one especially should be pulling in, this team should be pulling in. Really just, I think Blue 4's best defense here would be to trickle everything in around the force and just see what's able to cause a massive amount of casualties. Because otherwise, Op 4 is just going to steamroll, you know what I mean? I am doing my best to kind of track what's firing here. You just had an airstrike land. Danger close to friendly forces. That might make them remount, though. Yep, they're going to pull out. I'm going to be honest, I think it would have been better if they just had Op 4 counterattack the position. I think we just had another strike on something. Can't tell if that was an Su-25 dropping something or if that was a long-range shot from one of the IFEs. Oh, hold up. Oh, ho, ho. The dude runs around. I think Falcon just got a snipe on Bay Potato. Falcon just got a second shot on Pro Hunter. Vehicle's dead in the water, and now the rest of the Special Forces here can come up and pick people off. Blind fire coming in. That's going to immediately pull Falcon away. Got some additional flanking fire. That was a crazy maneuver that one guy was doing. He knew he was dead, but he also knew if he didn't disable that vehicle, they wouldn't have had the chance to do it. So a good sacrifice play right there. But this is going to disable one of Blue 4's squads. Pro Hunter wakes back up. Airstrike. Su-25 landing on the money. Mackenzie gets shot by Boris. Camred being trying to flank around. He gets tapped by Boris. Nothing is getting by this Special Forces group for Op 4 here. Pro Hunter gets tapped again. That is going to be a permanent down there. Because that is not an uncon animation. Bay Potato trying to pop smoke grenades. These guys are down to 2 people. Falcon being suppressed. I love how Solomons, he's the guy that died with the other Special Forces Blue 4 group, and he's just chilling in this tree. He knows. He knows what's up. These guys need to consider pulling away on foot. Camred is uncon, could still wake back up, though. Boris trying to bandage Gulligan. He died in a crossfire somewhere, but he is dead, unfortunately. Blue 4 going to be hiding in trees at this point. Falcon knocks out Rodrigue. And you got these 2 BMPs advancing. I'm going to take a look at them real quick. They've pushed up to right here. This is kind of scaring me, though. I'm worried we're going to see infantry advancing from this arc. I don't want to see them going through this open area. I just want to see the vehicles doing the best overwatch they can from the open, but ooh. It's messy. Has Cameron woke back up? He has not. Rodrigue also still down. It is just Bay Potato who is already wounded. Meanwhile, you got Radix behind, Hunger and Cookie. Window Smudge still looking around. You got Blade. Blade, get that PCML out. You want a free tap, take it. Oh my god, Blade's reign of terror is continuing. And that takes out the Gaz. This man is just a monster, and he keeps on harassing random Op4 elements. It's so interesting to watch. He can drop the PCML at this point, though, because only a single shot in the tube. But my god, that's going to throw these guys off. I honestly don't know what this team was for. They were just in one of the Gaz as a utility unit, so who knows. Falcon died. He was in the open down here. I have no idea what might have got him. It had to have been Bay Potato, but yeah, Falcon in the open right there. Not surprised. You know better, Falcon. Now you got Blade flanking around. Walks right up to John, and John gets sprayed down. He's got another Gaz coming in. Main fight, though. I mean, this is what we have to cover now. Why did the BMDs charge through the open with infantry? What are you doing? Now you got the autocannon starting to shred. Why did they charge in with no support? You got another vehicle down right here. That is another BMD or BMP, so 1/3 of that armor support's down. Autocannon shredding this fortified position. They only have a handful of guys left alive. They had another 50 cal Vic right there. More AT firing. AT might have just hit this vehicle. Looks like they're dismounting. They're using the side coax things. The turret's down. That blows up. Why would you charge them in the middle of an open field with no overwatch? Oh my god, airstrikes coming down on more fortified positions. This was a barn area. They might have reported they saw something but didn't take the barn out itself. Leave it for Op4 to spend an hour and 15 minutes setting up a really slow-paced assault, only to charge in last second and lose half of their armor support within a few minutes. Why am I not surprised? So Blue 4 now has a chance. They need to be pulling everything at this point. You have time now for the Warriors to come in. Blue 4 also has the IFV advantage now. They still have all 4 of their Warriors, whereas Blue 4 is down to 3 armed vehicles. Modern weapons, old tactics. Seems to be matching for what the Ruskies are capable of, but I digress. So we got 2 IFVs coming along the rear. We have another IFV all the way down here. I have no idea what that IFV is doing. I honestly don't think it's going to be combat effective at this point. And then I thought we had another IFV somewhere along the north. That might have been taken out, but oh, they got struck by air. All right, so it's 3 IFVs to 3 IFVs. I'm going to call 2 versus 3, though, because Blue 4 has one just dilly-dallying way to the south. Hiccup there. These guys are now pushing up. Looks like Window was able to kill the one Blue 4 guy right there, but that one Blue 4 guy probably got the 2 kills up here. Yeah, you see the bodies. And then he went up here to loot, and I think Window sniped him because you see him looking up on that spot. Yeah, so you got Op 4 elements pinned back here. Blue 4 still holding the fob pretty well because of that really, really silly attack. Honestly, if they wanted to do something like that, they should have set up the VDV or set up the BMDs to cover from over here and the BMPs can charge so that you can have 6 auto guns hitting this position at the same time and deny the enemy the ability to fire AT back. That was silly. All right, now you got some Op 4 elements coming up here. You got 2 guys remaining. Bay Potato and Rodrig woke back up. But you got Mafo and Merrick moving up. He should spot him. He does not. Rodrig might see him first. Oh, nope. Matfo gets the shot. And he drops them both. They are only unconscious, though. We need to see double taps. Wait. Nope. Bay bled out. So now you got vehicles flanking around on this side. Grenades being thrown in this area. They got to be careful they don't crossfire each other. That was... Oh. What is up with the grenade throws being so on point today? Holy crap. So now we still have this vehicle's autocannon firing at armored positions. Ibno and NASA under heavy fire. HE shells detonating within feet of them. They got Shift Bolt over here with a marksman rifle. Possibly looking for some pickoffs, but he gets spotted and is being engaged by Malgrim. So he's gonna be behind that. Oh, finally we have an airstrike come in. Su-25 from range. Multiple people down. Did you just bad frag your...
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Bro! Bro! Oh my god! No, they're dead, dude. You got the -2. You can't drag them. Oh my god. Oh, there was a spider. You see, we come under rocket attack from planes, so we all get in bunker. Unfortunately, our friend thinks that his frag grenade is a smoke grenade, and he proceeds to throw it in the bunker. Results, not good for us. Ah, Jesus. Cat on his keyboard. Nope, it was his younger brother that stole his account to do it. Oh, man. Shiftboat gets, that's his second kill right there. He's picking them off as they push out to try to engage him. Unfortunately, he didn't realize where those shots were coming from. Went right prone in front of Metro, and Metro dropped him. But now we got more Op 4 infantry coming around. Without Blue 4 pushing their additional forces in, I still think Op 4 might be able to get this. Hold on. What the Warrior doing? Are you kidding? But the oh my gosh. But the BMD saw him coming. Oh, this is a massive, oh, it's a trade! Delayed cook-off. Garage captured unstarted. I didn't even speak English right there, that's okay. And now they're picking each other off. Is it starting because he's flying right over the sectors? The Su-25 is flying right over the AO, and it's causing those to have pop-ups to get captured. That might freak Blue 4 out. That's funny as hell. I think we just had more AA fire. Yep, so that was Kurt. We might have actually just heard the Su-25 got hit, though. Because I heard an explosion. I just can't track them. I don't see smoke coming off it, though, so it might have lost the lock and hit the ground. You still have the infantry pinned down here. Long-range autocannon striking Op 4 positions, though. That is another Blue 4 vehicle. And it looks like that vehicle's finally come up. They're firing over. All right, that first one was too short. That second one was too long. Tell me that this one is going to be just right. I wait with bated breath. Ah, no, they're striking the armored vehicle here. Op 4 is only down to 2. Trying to see if the Su-25s might line up to do a strike. All right. Numbers are 40 to 58. Op 4 still has a significant numbers advantage. Su-25 might have just done a strike. Not sure what air defense can do. But you got this massive infantry wave coming in on the south. Blue 4's trying to trickle additional forces in, but Op 4's doing a great surrounding of this AO. You got some forces still on that IFV fight. The dismounts are still engaging each other. Now it's down to a 2v2. You have an IFV crossing where one of the Blue 4 squads got wiped. They're deploying infantry. Op 4 infantry might come up. That's a very far deployment, but I can understand why they did that, because other forces that have come up gotten hit. One of those 2 crewmen for that Blue 4 group got hit. I'm doing my best, Frisk. Nonetheless, thanks for the 18-month resub. That gets you a new Lance Corporal badge. Thank you so much for all your support. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So you got suppressive fire cutting in through the fob. Only a handful of defenders still left in here. And that was one of either the Coyotes or Jackals that were right here getting destroyed by that armored vehicle coming up. Oh, he's just rolling back and forth. The panic roll, I love it. I think he got spotted and started getting shot as well, so he's trying to hug that trench for his life. Otherwise, got Op 4 pushing in. That guy gets taken out. We gotta hope there's no blue on blue here, or red on red. But quite a few of the defenders in here are actually KIA or unconscious. Op 4 engaging infantry trickling down from the woods. That is NASA and Ivno, I believe. So they're blocked out of the fob. We got infantry now trickling in to go up to that fortified position. Looks like the vehicle, the warrior up here that was left on its own, got struck. Infantry doing a quick dismount. They're getting cut to smithereens here. There goes Andrej. Sumek trying to return fire here. Might have just gotten a drop on Massacre. Only unconscious, though. But he's being flanked from various directions. Here comes another Op 4 player. Sumek's going to crawl to him and get taken out. Meanwhile, looking back on the north, Op 4 still trying to push infantry up. Vehicles pulled back to support. That autocannon, I think, started engaging this position again. Quite a few Op 4 bodies here. They've turned around to get cover from it. But now you've got air looping around, and a fab is dropped on the last IFV. Beautiful strike. I didn't hear a missile come in, so that was definitely a direct hit with a fab 250. That is incredibly difficult to do because those aren't guided. You gotta line up the drop and get it. Now, some of the Op4 assets have been wasted, but others have been very well utilized. I still don't know where that Reaper drone is. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere. I just have no idea where. You got Joda down here. I think he tried to mag dump that vehicle. Still tries to get some shots off. We got Op4 trickling around. Sai still on those -2. Op4's clearing these areas out. Aaron not going for any double taps, though. I'm gonna be honest, how many Blue 4 actually still alive in this compound? I see one. PJ woke back up, but he's under AT threat. I think only 2 Blue 4 are still alive in this area here. Is Arion gonna do double tapping? Yeah, puts shots in him, but he's still not dead. Puts a mag in him, and he's still not dead. All right, command bunker being taken. Mission should be over by the 30-minute mark at this rate with the infantry just trickling in. You got these 2 sectors being taken. Bestie's looking around. PJ, no, okay, so the line of that's a little misleading, but I think this is the compound line Op4 drew. 2 of the sectors under threat. Op4's lost 2 of their dudes up here as they continue to push up. Did Olaf just kill himself with his own grenade? You saw him throw it, right? I'm pretty sure he just killed himself by bouncing his own grenade on a tree branch right into his face. Are you kidding me? Oh, he couldn't be killed because he was lagging out, that's why, but, oh. All right, barracks has been captured. Command bunker is about to be captured. Best is gonna chill in a vehicle. Okay, he just got out. That's the final zone to take because the command one's being taken. Dumb ways to die. So I think they're still trying to shell that one position. Op4 just has way too much infantry here. Blue 4 doing their best to hold with what they can, but they're getting taken out. Metro knocked unconscious. He got 3 kills, though. So good on him. There's the command bunker being taken. More Op4 trickling in. You got Kurt. Looks like he tried to push in to resecure that command bunker. Oh, gosh. That's my light key. I completely forgot it existed. Now they're pushing Vestafar. And now this sector's under threat. Vestafar just got killed. Ziki double tapping that body. We just saw another Blue 4 guy. I think that was PJ. Got taken out, and this is GG. By the 30-minute mark. Kurt's still alive. I don't think he's going to turn around in time. He's panicking. Aaron might turn around and spot him, though. Does he look left? Yes, he does. There's the headshot. GG. Blue 4 has a few guys on the outskirts, but they're being cautious because they were being suppressed earlier. And now it's only a matter of time. So, the only thing I think this op could have benefited from was some sort of AAA vehicle. I just don't know what Blue 4 would have something for that, like a Gepard or a ZSU. You know, 2 examples I can think of. I just don't know what the British have for that capability, but some sort of ground-based AAA to shoot at the Su-25s if they came close. Even like a static ZU-23 or its equivalent, but again, I can't think of anything that the British have that would equate to that. They had the man pads, but man pads are pretty... It's really easy for an aircraft to do a long-range strike on a FOB and not be under a man pad threat. There it is. That's GG. Yeah, 113 with a Vulcan would be the equivalent. I think having something like that for just some short range AA would have been nice, but beyond that, that plane was about to crash. How did I kill Kabooby Face? Well, I guess we did it, boys. All right, so there's going to be a second round, guys. I'm going to take this as an intermission. I'm going to go get a bagel. Bloodwind brought me back. I'm going to feast on it. We have dedicated spectator slots. So we're going to go on intermission. I'm going to change up my commands. So give me just a moment here. So I can go ahead and get into my interfaces. So, to the 180 of you watching, thank you for joining us. Round 2 will begin probably in about 20 minutes, so feel free to take a break. I'm going to change up all my commands, and we'll... 185 of you, my bad. Nonetheless, we're going to be switching to round 2. So, map's going to be Viralati. I'm going to switch the music as well. Simply because No Worries is good, but let's, you know, keep it a little different. Excellent. Thanks for the 100 bits, Sniper. I appreciate it. Yep, take your bathroom breaks, do what you need. And we'll see how many people we have for the second event. So, Mission 2... Oh, man. That is a lot on Mission 2. It's called Tarkov Shooter Part 9. Interesting. I'm only going to be able to copy and paste that. There's only so much I can fit in the commands. Yes. Do I... Sorry, I usually have the mods pay it out. Let me handle that real quick. The winner... Wow. 2-to-1 odds. Op4 won that fight. All right, we're sitting at 137. We'll probably have a bunch of people reconnect. I'll restart or edit my title accordingly, but I will be back in a moment. Let's see. What do we have on the TeamSpeak right now? We're sitting at about 150. We'll probably have some people come back, because usually people will, you know, take a break when they die, come back, get back on the server. But I'll put the title out at 150. Let's see, I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 highlights, though I think there were 2 more that I want to cover as well. I'll be editing those out after TBD. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day casually working on editing and whatnot. I got to get some mission files out, you know, whole 9 yards there. All right, I'm going to move my mic a little bit just so I can enjoy a little bit of lunch. And there goes the sticky note I was writing things down on. Lovely. All right. So, how's everyone doing? Have a nice everything bagel with some smoked salmon. Ah. Looking at the number balance here, looks like Op 4 is going to be having the number advantage here. Bear and Untar versus Scabs. Interesting. But they're giving the Scabs the number advantage. So I wonder what the gear difference is going to be. You know, I would be curious to know what area of Viralati they're going to be doing, and if they built a custom area on that map to accommodate. But we'll have to see. The USEC meta M4 build. We might. Oh, man. Here, let me tab out. I'm going to look at the command. So Blue 4 is going to have a UH-60 helicopter, 5 MRZR transport cars, 7 Gaz transports, an AR-2 darter drone, and 2 Gaz camo cars that might have a GMG on them. It's the 233011 model. I forget which model specifically has the turrets. Op 4, meanwhile, has 2 static Dishka miniature pods, so it's a sit-down variant, 2 quad bikes, a Lada 1500 car, 4 UAZ Dishkas, 9 open UAZs, 3 armored SUVs, and a Pelican medical drone. The Lada is the command vehicle. Neat. But when we go to map, I'll read out the event for the sake of the video. Even though I'm not sure if I caught it. If it was your, if it was a warrior, then I definitely caught a few blowing up to airstrikes. It was messy. Got cultists and scavs, good God. Thanks again for lunch, Boo. Oh, speaking of, I need to check the... Huh? Why is what backwards? Here, 1 second. Oh, you're good. You're good. I know. She hadn't seen how I've recalibrated my mushroom fruiting chamber yet, so she was she was yelling at me. All right, lunch is almost done, and then I'll read everything. All right, a streamer's got to eat when we do these long 4-hour, 5-hour streams. All right.
And I gotta eat you.
Hi, Boo.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, I was cleaning out my desk. I will not apologize for art. I will be. Why? Why? Do you need it? If you clean it out, sure. I'll give you something for that in a bit, okay? Give me 2 hours to finish this, and then I'll help you with that, alright? It is to me! Love you too! Alright. There's teleport features. Oh, this will be interesting. All right. I do love enchiladas, Boo. But I gotta get going again, okay? Love you, honey. All right. So, let's get started now that I have eaten lunch. So, lore for this mission. Norvinsk, 2023. The humanitarian crisis in Tarkov has reached a breaking point. Fueled by the terrible living conditions, armed gangs have started forming and wreaking havoc on the local infrastructure, and have overwhelmed any sort of organized opposition. As unthinkable as it may seem, this has caused both Bear and USIC PMC groups to join forces under Terra Group leadership in order to fight back the rebellious locals. Excuse me. A joint PMC force has been dispatched into a particularly troublesome area, where the locals are threatening to overrun an UNTAR checkpoint, manned by an understrength garrison led by Peacekeeper. The PMC's mission is to link up with UNTAR forces, which I believe are NATO in this case, but and take control over a majority of strategic locations located in the area. There are in total 8 areas of vital importance to the region. 3 of them are scattered around Norvinsk region, while the 5 remaining are located inside chemical plant number 16, colloquially known as the Factory. It's Factory PvP. Oh my god. The first 3 are as follows. Number 1, the Pyrsk lumber mill, located in the Pyrsk Natural Reserve, is rumored to have been overrun by some scumbags by the name of Struman, a ruthless sniper. Number 2, an abandoned rail depot located not far from the reserve military base, a past logistical hub that might be of some value. A vicious gang of ex-military personnel by a certain Glukar have made their area their base of operations. Number 3, a barn that has been converted into a fortress by the famous weapon dealer Rishala and his goons. The building controls an important road junction. Once the ownership over these first 3 areas have been decided, the latter 5 zones are going to become of crucial importance due to the major logistical role of the area of chemical plant number 16. Area number 1 is gate number 3, western entrance of the building of the factory. Area number 2, gate 0, southern entrance of the building, factory building, excuse me. Number 3, a medical tent, which is located on one of the eastern entrances of the building and is a medical hub. Number 4, forklifts, medical tent, one of the eastern entrances into the building of the factory and a storage place for machinery. Number 5, offices, the central point of the factory. Objectives. Victory shall be proven to the side that holds control over a majority of these key 8 areas. Okay. Antara's Union, which both, yeah, gotcha. Blue 4 going to be coming in 2 convoy groups. I believe this is the USEC group. And then you have the Bear group down there with the Gazes. You've got the UN TAR group here. And then Op4 are divided all around. You got a scav position right there with some quad bikes. We've got the abandoned railway yard with the sawmill area. And then we also have the fortress area. And then I think the scav boats are basically boats that Blue 4 and Op 4 can utilize at any time. I'm just wondering where those teleport systems are for this area here. And then you got all of this marked up. Scav Harder, Terra Group Harbor. So they might use the boats to move in, but we'll look at it on the map. But this should be quite interesting. It's walled off over here as well. And then they've got some blocked out areas here. So I guess it's to prevent spawn camping of the entryways themselves. Very interesting. I also love that they're using the Livonian Looters category as the scabs. 1 second. Bloodwing, lock yourself down. Oh, dumbass, you dumbass. You're the dumbass. At least I make sure the building's unlocked. Dumbass. Not the back door, dumbass. You're the dumbass. Wow. Too late. There's already salmon upstairs, dumbass. That's how we flirt. Anyway, people really... Why would you want to kick me? Jerk. I can't even... Are you okay? Here you go. Goober. Dumbass. You see this, dumbass? This is the world's tiniest violin for you. I will freaking kiss it. Come over here. Dumbass. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm a goober. Here, let me put up the poll real quick for the people that are waiting for me to do that because they're about to play in the op. Silly me. All right, who will win this IDC match? Blue 4, PMCs, Op 4, Scabs. Let's set that for 20 minutes again. There we go. Sorry, I got into a fight with my fiance. I wonder what this green zone up here is for. And I wonder what the dots mean as well. They might represent random fortified positions. And then we have all these different entryways. What? Yeah, centipedes will come out of the shed, boo. She's adorable, and I love her, but she is such a goober. Nah, it's okay. I'll find Depso later, and I'll kick his butt. Anyway, With Blue 4 having access to the MSR right here, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the USEC faction immediately get on top of the Untar position. Bear could probably be utilized to do a deep strike in somewhere. They could utilize their boats to potentially immediately go to the chemical plant position, but we'll just have to see how all that works. Op 4 are going to already have forces right on top of some of these areas. Also, this is definitely a deformer spot, which is quite interesting. But we'll have to see how this goes, because Op 4 are going to be defending these 3 zones, and then I have no idea how the chemical plant's going to work, but hey, that's the exciting part about this. It was deformer, now it's a custom script. Nice. So, Ilbanek, what are the, if you don't mind me asking, what do the black boxes represent? And are the boat points teleporters to the zone? How do groups get back and forth from the chemical plant? Unmute? Oh no.
Oh no. It's pretty simple. The black boxes are caches with stuff in them. It's randomized, so you don't know what's inside.
Gotcha.
But we are cosplaying Tarkov, so caches are things that's in there. There can be something from like Lian Field to GL with HE.
Okay.
The factory, first 1.5, so 1.5 hour, we are fighting over the 6 zones that are on the mainland.
Right.
After 1.5 hours, the zones are locked, so whoever has them has them. The teleports are open, and they can teleport to the factory. The factory, the teleports. The teleports are the boats. You see 3 boats for each team. Two of the teleports are protected. It's shown by the
zones.
By the zones. It's a normal teleport. They will spawn at the one side of the factory. And there's no way of going back because the 5 zone is inside the factory will be active after the 1.5 hours.
Okay.
And all fight is happening in there. After the time runs out, the script finds out who has more zones, who has more wins.
Gotcha.
Simple as that. All the zones are by default scavs because I didn't implement no one owning zone yet. And that's all. You can see as the zones on the mainland currently they are full red, which means they are open. If you look at the factory, you will see that they are only the border. The border is showing that the zone is no longer active. So after 1.5 hours, you'll see the zones on the mainland go into the border mode.
Gotcha.
Any questions?
No, that explains it pretty well. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the. Oh, did you like the first one?
All right. We'll see how this goes. Thanks so much, man. Good luck.
Yeah. Did you like the first one?
Oh, first one was pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything interesting happened? I didn't see anything, to be honest.
Other than watching some people blow themselves up with their own grenades, some pretty funny friendly fire.
Again.
150 to 180 people. You're gonna have people blow themselves up. It was pretty solid.
175, I believe.
Yep. That one was 175. It was pretty intense. This one looks like it's gonna be about 150.
Yeah. I would suggest to look into the factory. I hope you got people to play Tarkov in our chat. I hope they will like it. The mission maker spent a lot of time in Blender creating custom objects for it.
Bro.
And a lot of time creating the factory itself.
Nice.
We tried to make it one-to-one to the game, at least as close as possible. It's first time we are doing something like this, so there maybe will be some bugs, but I hope that it will all work out, hopefully.
We'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, all right. Enjoy the up.
Yep, good luck.
Game. And thank you. I hopefully kill a lot of people now.
Have fun, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. We'll take a look at that factory first thing, and then we'll start looking over the match. Scav bosses are in the map, yes. They are back on the roster, but they mentioned 3 of them. The Scav bosses are some of the players themselves, yes. Which I think is a really cool mechanic for something like this. Here, let me tab out. I can read them off for you. So random names I see. There's a DJ Bliatman. Oh, that's funny. We have Struman. We've got Glucker. And we have Reshala. And then Peacemaker, I think, is actually leading the Untar forces, which is quite interesting. Well, the thing is, as a spectator, I can't see the brief tab. So, I'm a little screwed on that part. You're Struman's bodyguard. Good luck, Falcon. All right. So Blue 4 is probably going to spend 20 to 30 minutes actually maneuvering into the AO. We might see them be a bit quicker, though, because they're going to immediately want to go to the Untar checkpoint up here, since that only has gotten 11 defenders. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it happens, but hey, c'est la vie, right? No powerhouse killer. I'm sorry, but hey, if this works out well, they might do something similar, man. We'll have to see. It will all have to play out in time. Spawn's points, or the teleport points are a little far here. I'm going to wonder if at the 90-minute mark, maybe a few minutes beforehand, we might see some forces just completely pulling back. Because that means that gives a chance to whoever's losing this fight to just decide to pull forces back on their teleporters and utilize them to go in. Maybe even send something to help interdict.
But not Falcon about to get head eyes by some Chad hip firing with a MP133.
Oh, Revanche calling Falcon out. Thanks for the 50-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope we get a nice kick out of this scenario. See, here's the really funny thing. I haven't touched Tarkov in a few years. But it's one of those games where, since a lot of YouTubers make a lot of videos on it, I'll occasionally have one playing in the background while I'm working on mission files. So I know what's going on with the whole cheater thing. And I'm going to find it really funny when I watch people friendly wiggle each other. Because if I recall correctly, the friendly wiggle is to indicate to other cheaters that you have ESP on and you can see each other. Right? So if we have friendlies friendly wiggling each other, they're just confirming they have ESP, right? Oh, man. All right, I think the mission, we're still waiting to have everyone trickle in. I'm going to tab out, get a final head count here. We are still at about 150. So a little bit of a smaller round. We're down 25, but hey, that's AK. Just do the unturned version. My God. Lightning bolts on anyone who wiggles. Hell yeah, that's up to Ilvanek, though. You got some binds ready? All right, there we go. 68 to 77 is our final number. We still have about 11 or 12 minutes in the betting window, so feel free to get your stuff down. Let's go ahead and look at what everyone has. This is going to take me a hot second. So we've got some scars in play. These are the USEC soldiers. So we got our OPM4 builds with some forward grip pods, a scar for the marksman. That is a scar H with, what was that, an E-clan? An RCO. All right. Up here, another MRZR group. We got some suppressed gunners here. That looks ugly. Those look freaking ugly. They got ACOG marksman here, some close range units with some flash hiders, and another Scar H marksman. At this next group, we got some more Scar H's in play. We got some marksman rifles here. All right. This appears to be a very high tier loot raid, guys. We'll see how it goes. And now we're back to the regular squads. But they've got the suppressed guys. They also have the UH-60 back here.
I
got a bad feeling about this. It's like in the goddamn movies.
Not sure why I'm not seeing everyone's triangles, but oh well.
All right, so we got Bear, and now we have
Are you a whole different squad with a pilot or what?
I wonder if the UH-60s might actually have ammunition. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not getting the triangle markers on these guys compared to the previous round. Let's go ahead and look at Bear real quick. I've spectated without triangles before. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but I can make it work. We'll see the scavs in a second. There we've got some AS Vals, PKPs with scopes in play. And it looks like we just have to transport Gaz's, nothing armed there. I have no idea what gun that is and what that stick mag is doing in it, but we're seeing that on both sides. Funny that you bring up Kill Cog. Next Sunday, we're gonna have a really interesting Zeus op that may or may not be a Kill Cog, but it's PvE.
Ну, в смысле, на их штату выйдем или на их машине пойдем?
Weaponry's more or less the same. I'm interested to see that there's like 2 PKP gunners on that side. But it looks like they're looting what they have in the vehicles and changing things around. But that appears to be it for Bear. I think the rest of the squads are the same. Yeah, because backspace controls the interface. Yeah, we might not have triangles for this, so this might be incredibly difficult to track players, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, we'll work with it. Looking at Yuntar's position, their checkpoint right here. They certainly built it up. And then I think that's Peacekeeper right there. So he's got a suppressed ACOG M4. You got some SVDs in play for these guys as well.
Tak.
Falcon just poked me saying he wants a reroll on his scab because this is quote-unquote BS. All right, gentlemen, ladies, let's have a look at the scabs. And again, this is where it's going to be a bit difficult because I don't have the markers. We got the cheeky breaky stuff going. We have C-Mags on an M4 platform.
We're gonna head off then. Come on, guys.
We got a scoped Mosin.
Get the F out of here.
A Mosin SBR. We got a Mark 14 EBR.
Actually, I'm going to see the command data. Why?
AS Vals. I'm curious though. I want to see where Falcon is and what he has. Oh, he's got.
Okay, we'll get in the back of the car and go.
Oh my god!
Oh, fuck you.
He's got a freaking hunting rifle!
Not enough time.
Oh man, so we got an SVD sniper here. He's one of the 3 scav bosses.
What type of rounds do you have in that fucking SA-50?
Oh, he is so mad.
Just fucking sank it.
He jumped us over your
Got some drum mags for an AK platform. I honestly think Falcon has the worst gun on the map. What? The scavs are definitely an interesting bunch.
This of all things.
God, they have a massive range for that too. That's hilarious. And then we've got the guys on the factory here. Wow, these guys are decked out. Definitely a suppressed group. They've got a suppressed marksman rifle. Actually, it's a 338 sniper rifle. They got thermal scopes for some of that stuff as well. My God. All right, I want to look at the factory real quick. It's loading. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh, again, I haven't played Tarkov in a long while, but this tracks. Holy crap, this tracks. I hope some of the PMCs have the right keys to get into some of these rooms to loot them, but it looks like some of them are intentionally locked because of not having said keys. It's rare that you have things get this close. Certainly not everything, but for an Arma 3 build-in, this is pretty damn nice. Oh. Oh, man. I'm checking the side rooms, too. Oh. The extraction rooms. Oh, that tracks. Ain't that nice. So that's going to be the last 30 minutes of fighting there. Both sides have these boats to teleport them to that factory area. And then you got the rest of Op 4 redeploying around. They're still playing that damn song. All right, looking at the AOs, we got the fortress here, which is this barn that, as they said, has been built up into a fortress area. So this area actually looks really nice to defend. Really good custom job done on it, too. I know the exact concrete texture they used. I also know for a fact they did the 180. As you can see, the clip right here, to indicate that it's two separate textures, because these certain concrete textures don't have a texture underneath, so you have to spawn a second one and flip it 180 degrees from top to bottom to give it that full solid look. You got some of the Dishkas up here as well, and some pretty nice firing light. Well, maybe if they cut down some of these trees, but this one's a little better on the left side, but again, you got this big fat tree in the way.
Team 6 now.
Hey, 8 months. Bad joke time. Why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house? The ghosts bring all the booze.
Local, that was pretty terrible, buddy, but how are you doing? Thanks for the 8-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. All right, but otherwise, we have our train yard right here. Massive AO there as well. We can still hear that damn music in the distance. Oh my god, and then we got that. I gotta stay away from it though because of copyright, but that's funny as heck. Anyway, round's already begun. Looks like part of Bear has driven up to the north to join up with USEC on the main road. UH-60 has deployed, but looking at this, looks like Untar is already deploying some of their forces here. And somehow have lost a man. I don't know if, I think this is just an ambient part of the map here. It's not anyone specifically that died early on, because I don't recognize that UAZ in the roster there. So I think this is just an extra lootable area, because they took a gas up. So he's got a VSS with a really interesting scope on it. This guy might have, yeah, he's got it right now. But it's really cool to see that they added this looting mechanic here as well. You got a cache right here marked with that black box. We'll see if they pull out anything good. Op 4 is sending forces up to check this looting position out as well. And we already have some quad bikes driving out, as Blue 4 might potentially also check some of these other cache positions to gain more gear. Oh, you and Kaboo died? How did you die already? What did you do? Were you scavs? Oh, God. Well, I think I just answered my own question. Oh, God, that's a grenade, isn't it? Oh! Oh! Oh, it's a massacre. They said UN was outnumbered, but they're still appearing to kick a lot of butt here. Two groups of scavs already getting wiped. Yes, that was Kabooey and Lynx. That's it. Grenade goes up. He doesn't hear those tricklings going in. It is just up to Frank. He's the only guy alive. Oh, they're even shouting at each other in local chat. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Unitar's got game tonight. Of course, the one guy still alive is the Mosin man. Hold up, that grenade tracks. His head's up. Oh, but he doesn't get the shrapnel hits. So Brewer already on 3 kills with that taken enemy weapon. Beast on 3 kills. Mafo on none. Mirsik on 1. And Devil Dog on 1. So that group has 8 kills total in the initial scav groups. You got these guys back here. It's the marksman, Falcon spotting. Why is one of the scav bosses bleeding? And they're certainly coming around getting double tapped. So that's Peacemaker wrecking face here.
Yeah.
I can't tell if they're engaging. Oh! Scav boss down.
Get him in the ditch right on the left.
Stabilize him. You got shot in the chest. He's alive.
Ow, fucking knocked the
Yeah, you're fine, amigo.
Okay, I'm not.
Get those IFACs ready.
UN to the north side. We're gonna jump in our RCV and fall back.
Yeah.
Alright, so blue 4, they're looting some of the caches. I'm gonna come over and have a look. Yeah, they got some ACOG scopes on them. They're seeing, we're seeing some guardrails being put on. Basically some gun upgrades. They're looting from some of these areas. But otherwise, the Scavs have a very nice defensive line right here. They got some forces on the outside doing reconnaissance. These are their 2-man quad bike teams. Other vehicles coming around as well. They might be going down for that cache. And then we might see them cross through the open water or just do the drive around there because they're going to have to do a water crossing one way or the other. Probably a land crossing, though, so they can cover their boat teleports for the final 30 minutes of the round. Oh, man. What do you guys think so far? Looks like that Scav boss is pulling back. He is under fire. All right.
Door stuck! Door stuck! Please! I beg you! Oh god! Door is stuck! Please, I beg you!
Door stuck.
Book it. Fucking book it.
Dude, I have my foot on the pedal, it's not going. She's stuck.
So I wonder why they just disabled Sim. I wasn't seeing any desync issues. Might be an admin issue they're trying to take care of, but we'll have to see. Someone found the lab purple keycard. Funny enough, you got some blue 4 deploying around the checkpoint up here. So far, so good. We got a really nice defensive line right here with the Scavs setting up. Again, shame we can't really see the triangle markings, but I'll be jumping around on the map and getting eyes on where I can. Because these guys definitely setting up defensive lines, so we have to look at certain angles to find them. Again, I don't know why they froze Sim. Maybe they saw a network issue and are trying to absolve it, or maybe there is some sort of admin issue. It's very difficult to know why. These guys walking in place like this kind of shows it might be a desync issue of sorts. But from what I was seeing, it was fine elsewhere. So I'm going to assume it was desync related, but we'll see. But overall, what do you guys think of this round so far? I think it's a really interesting concept, and I think they've done a really good job with it so far. We just need to see the rest of the mission play out. We also have the Dishka cars that the Scavs can be utilizing here. But I think tactics-wise, things are pretty good here. Here we got Elbenek.
I think now just did a 360. And my, almost whole my team, which is in the fortress now, got fucking wounded. As you can see, I have no bandages almost now, but I don't give a fuck about them. Just.
So it might have been to fix desync, and it might have also been to fix an admin issue.
40?
So maybe a car desync. That's what's interesting about IBD is because they will handle things like that in the op and make sure they're corrected. Because they spend, you know, a month or 2 months making these missions anyway. Nonetheless, we have another Blue 4 member looting here. Ooh, an RSGH thermal barrack launcher. Do they have those in Tarkov yet? This is the anti-building camper weapon. It fires what we like to call the big suck round. It is a thermal barrack warhead that ignites all of the oxygen in a fixed space, and it's much more effective in buildings compared to open air because it'll just consume all the oxygen in the room and cook your lungs from the inside, thus almost instantly killing you. So that's a really useful weapon to have when they start assaulting the actual fortifications like the fortress itself.
Je to dole u vody. Je to dole u vody.
Uh-oh.
Ja, du mag eigenlijk een kapot zijn.
A little bit of desync spiking back and forth. and they're doing another freeze. And again, I think it's connected to people just reconnecting and disconnecting from the server. Because we saw that in the beginning of the previous round too, but it's stabilizing. For more immersive gameplay, the scavs have to shout bad words. I'd imagine people like Falcon will do that. Oh, this is what you meant by grenade launcher, right? They got RPGs in Tarkov, right? Totally.
En kyllä muista milloin viimeksi meillä on tullut oikeastaan ketjussa se ilmoitus.
Do you hear that noise in the background? Not his voice, but like a buzzing or something? That was weird. I just heard it again. Okay, so it's flies just dynamically on the map. That's interesting. Only grenade launchers? What a shame. Yeah, so the reason they disabled the sim, it looks like because they're letting the server catch up because of desyncing. And they just re-enabled it because we just saw the vehicles come back.
Disable sim on everybody. Just it's been cool actually.
Yeah, so
oh wow, the front windshield smacked.
Just, fucking stops. Like, wait, that's not.
Otherwise, they're just setting everything up here. So we'll spend a little bit of time on the map macro. We've got a quad bike coming close to one of those cache positions, but otherwise they are just suppressed teams. These vehicles still coming around, wondering if they're going to hit that cache and probably just move on foot, because I don't think there's a water crossing here. It might not be deep enough to kill the vehicle, so it might be able to cross here and cross here, because it's a little deeper on that spot. I'd be a little worried about the engine flooding and rendering the vehicle useless, but it might be possible. Because if not, you'll just have to leave the VIX anyway, so it works out, but even so. And then you still have the UH-60. And I think they're landing at that cache to tell Blue 4 what's over there.
Let's give them a warm.
Got a little bit of wounds right here, but they're taking care of them, and looks like they're moving the rest of the way on foot. You got the ladder coming around. So this is Op 4 Command's ladder. And of course they have the freaking IDS flag. Aye. They're a little far. I'm a little worried they might get ambushed by a moving in vehicle from a different flank, but we'll track for now. See, what's also interesting, though, is we're listening to them locally. The previous round, for whatever reason, I could hear people when they died, but now that seems to have been fixed, but I haven't done anything to change it. So that's weird, but the trade-off is now we don't see markers. It just goes to show that Arma is a very interesting game that's completely unpredictable with how certain things will work. We've got a Blue 4 group that's deployed over here and looted that, so maybe these guys are coming up to loot that one position. And then Blue 4 is going to be moving in on foot. That is a long way to trek, though. The Slavist of Ladas. Alright, got some forces deploying right here. Cache, I think, is one more building over. Yeah, I think it's in here. Then you got the cache right there. Okay, I thought that was someone firing the chain gun. I think that was actually just the audio cutting in and out as he was running in and out of the building. But yeah, I'm willing to bet they're going to that. I think Blue 4 just heard the vehicle coming. Yeah. That is an HE warhead, my dude, but that is still gonna smash that soft skin Vic pretty hard.
Это, блядь, мобиль, это... Стой. Это нет, это, блядь, мобиль. Они на тигре, наши на тигре. Это... К вам флаг.
Is that a USEC speaking Russian?
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Because I swear, I just heard him say "niet" multiple times. As he was trying to relay orders, indicating he was saying no to whatever someone else was saying.
Bullet.
This dude's chatted out, though. Frickin' marksman variant of a Scar H. The RCO scope and then HE rounds for an RPG. Like, damn.
Was ist das für ein Scope? SUAT. Kann ich mal auf meine Waffe packen.
Ami-Waffen.
He learned the local language. Yeah, probably with all the scabs yelling at him, right?
Ja, wir haben ein bisschen Sachen dabei.
Eine SCAR im VDS? Ja, okay.
Warum liegt da eine random Rakete?
Keine Ahnung. Haben wir irgendwie Raid Backpack hier?
Ja. Ne, müssen wir wohl so einladen. Kann man das echt nicht?
Ja, geht in den Vehicle rein. In den Lader, das kann was dafür.
He confirmed to his teammates that he saw the Bliat mobile.
Okay, fuck, ich schmeiß dann meine Waffen weg und die...
So Blue 4 accurately predicting that they're going for that cache site. We see them moving around. Of course your name is Among Us. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Classic. So what's interesting here is Blue 4 looks like they're prepping like a northern attack. And then they've got a large force back here. I guess they're focusing on cache looting. And then they got some side force on the side, whereas Op Force have two defensive lines and an internal defensive line to really break their forces apart. Now, what are you equipped with? Oh, you actually have a marksman scar. And an AT4. Interesting. Yeah, they are kind of screwed when they try to leave if they go down the SSR.
Ja, wir kommen so zurück. Ups, war der tot.
Rest in peace, the Bliat-Mobile. I love it.
X-Road-Granaten.
Slavist.
Ja, ganz viel AS-Wallmoni für mich. Ich kann einfach sprayen und parayen.
God gives his Slavist of Ladas to his most chatted out Usex. They're totally encroaching on that position. That's Op Force command element too, which is what's really worrisome. So if they go down, it's going to have to rely on local forces to coordinate defense. Actually, it might be, I think this is the local commander here. So they're not using that vehicle. They do have that medical Pelican, though. So that's slowly coming down. So it looks like Op 4 Command is still okay. We'll see how this goes. A wide formation here. That would be pretty funny if the vehicle was left unharmed and the Blue 4 just took it. I mean, if you were to see that thing in Tarkov, I would take it too. I mean, it's got a freaking Adias flag on it. Who wouldn't want that? I hope you are on Whisper so they don't hear you, Bo. They're loading the vehicle. Oh, Albert's gonna drop them both.
Steps.
He just called the steps. And then he just got 18 by his buddy. Oh my god. Oh. Are you kidding me? He's got a -1 because he hit an HE RPG round inside. Oh! Oh my freaking god. That's probably why they don't have launchers in Tarkov, because people are just gonna blow each other up with them like that, even if they're on the same side, right? Oh, no traitors and shut up, Monodic. What, honey? Huh? You can hear me outside? That's funny as hell. Jesus. Alright, so Blue 4 have that area secured. right. Otherwise, they're starting to probe forces down to the south here. You got Op 4 making these defensive lines. Blue 4, they've mounted up in this gas, and they're just relaxing at this point. I guess coordinating with Command to see and get new... Oh, okay. Okay. The server's hurting.
Niż to będzie git.
It's catching back up. It's because someone's losing connection, and that's causing everyone else to get dragged down.
Dobra, Pepe mi tap.
Player count right now is 69 to 64. Yeah, I seen that lost connection twice right there. Now the server's got to catch up with that because it probably flooded the network with messages.
Już nie ma desynku chyba. O nie, jest dalej.
No, something like this is just network. When you have this many players on a server, it's bound to happen. I am starting to see some catching up, but we'll just have to see that network traffic right there. And now you're having a few disconnects as people are getting dropped as the server tries to course correct. Oh dear, that's a lot of course correction. Server's back now, though. The issue is when all those people try to reconnect, it's probably going to cause another issue. It's still causing issues, though. Either the server got a little unlucky or someone might have just hit it with something, but... Alright. We're on another little hold here. There's no reason that it should be causing those issues, though, because we just saw it work fine with an AT fight. There's the yellow chain. Seems a little fishy that it would randomly go off by one connection. I'm thinking it's something else, but we'll let it play out. But the way the server is recouping, kicking people, and going back shows it's being overloaded, and it's starting to drop people, which is a telltale sign of a DDoS, but oh well. This is why we can't have nice things, right? That's okay. Battle I just died, yeah. I honestly don't know. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I'm just saying the telltale signs. It could also be the server's BattleEye client just completely freaked out, but that is incredibly rare. But I wouldn't be surprised if today was the day. Still not seeing any movement. I'm seeing forces looking around. But I think the server's back on. You know, so our warehouse has been unlocked. I hope it wasn't related to a script trigger. That would be bad. So it looks like the warehouses are right here and they have a bunch of ammo in them. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Server's outright gone, then it might be getting hit by something too, because that or BattleEye has just completely shut off on it, which is a shame, but hey. First round was pretty nice. Second round, that's a shame. We'll give it a bit and see what's up, but hey, you never know how things go. But let me check the TFAR channel and get like a count here, because I'm pretty sure a good chunk just got kicked off. Yeah, we're down to 110, so I want to say about 20 to 30 people might have just gotten lagged out.
En teoría estoy intentando abrir la puerta, pero no se abre.
Here, actually, let me... Yeah, so about 20 people have gotten lagged out. That's a shame. It was going so well, and then it wasn't. Alrighty. Well, how's everyone's Sunday? This will probably be the only stream for today, because I'm going to go in the video editor and cut these out, and just start editing on my backlog here. How did Depso already run up here? I see. So the fly hackers have gotten in, and they're already on top of Op4. Pay for Pain is Thursday. You know, you're right. We'll probably do another stream later tonight to show the demo of that. If not, we're just going to do dedicated streams on Monday and Tuesday for it.
O ty Depsor, chamie jeden. Słyszę jak mówi. Mówi, że zabił wszystkich w głowę. Ale on mówi, że wszystkich
Depso's using his hacks. It's all clear. Well, with the amount of people that have gotten disconnected and the way the server's behaving right now, I think it's not going to be recoverable. What I would like to see, though, is if there was something on the server side that caused it, that gets fixed. And then they run this mission again, but I'm pretty sure it's effed.
Okay.
That's a shame. But hey, it's Arma. Sometimes things like these happen. There's the next wave of disconnects. Because the server's just trying to recalibrate itself right now. But with all the clients not responding, I think it might be BattleEye related too. But you never know. But it also... I wouldn't be surprised if this was a DDoS either. Because again, a lot of telltale traits right here.
No, to...
Oh,
Depsor
man.
przedpowiada, że starego zobaczysz.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, I'm probably going to cut the stream here and just start. First, I want to take a nap, to be perfectly honest, because I've had a long past 24 hours. I'm going to go hug Bloodwing first, but I think we're going to call it here because I think the server's just suffering from a slow, painful death at the moment. If you want, do !multi, watch some of the other streamers because they might restart this round, but we'll just have to see how that goes. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one. There's the multis for you guys. I'll see you around.